Hey everyone, I've got two computer builds for some reason. I've got a smaller micro ATX build here, so a micro ATX case and micro ATX motherboard, and then I've got a full-size ATX case and motherboard for my workstation computer down there. If you're doing a build or maybe upgrading your components and you're wondering will all motherboards fit in all cases, the short answer is no, they won't. For example, if I got my ATX motherboard down there, which is a Gigabyte Aorus Elite AXV2 to use the exact name, and I tried putting it in here, it simply won't fit because this case, the Aerocool CS106, only supports micro ATX motherboards, not ATX ones, so I couldn't simply get my ATX size motherboard from my workstation computer down there and put it in here. It wouldn't physically fit. The reverse though is true. I could get my micro ATX motherboard here from ASRock, is the Pro RS one, B650, and I could put it in my workstation computer because that's a bigger case, it's ATX, and so it can fit smaller ones. So as I said, that's the key rule to remember, is if your case supports ATX, what that means is it can actually support mini ATX and micro ATX and then ATX. But the reverse is not true. You can't take a full-size ATX motherboard and put it in like a mini ATX case. It wouldn't physically fit unless you're very good with a Dremel, but I really don't recommend that. So that is the general rule, but there's two things you need to know. Firstly, there's also an eATX motherboard form factor, which is bigger than ATX, and that won't fit in all cases. For example, my ATX case down there doesn't fit eATX motherboards. So even though it's ATX compatible, it's not eATX compatible. So in terms of the size, you've got mini ATX, which is the smallest, then micro ATX, then ATX, and then eATX. And you need to make sure you look at your case to see what it's compatible with. But certainly if you have a micro ATX case, that will fit all types of mini ATX motherboards and micro ATX motherboards because it's a common standard. And what you might find in some cases, the second thing I wanted to point out is the motherboard standoffs that support your motherboard and make sure there's no short circuits on the back. They might not fit all the time in every single case. So if your motherboard has space for like 7 standoffs, but your case only has slots for 5, for example, that might actually be fine. You don't need to use every single standoff that's available. You just need to make sure your motherboard is as supported as it can be so that it doesn't touch the metal part of the case and have a short circuit or anything. But certainly in general, as long as you remember the size guides and you know what motherboard size your case supports, then that's all you need to know. In that sense, every motherboard is compatible with every case within those size ranges, and I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please click the thumbs up button and please subscribe to see more short videos like this. Thanks for watching.